HAL has many more aerospace products on the designer's table, such as the light combat helicopter, military transport aircraft, and several other projects relating to passenger aircraft. And hopefully, HAL will emerge as a leading manufacturer of aerospace platforms and systems in this part of the world for global market. The demands of the future has cast its obligations on premier institutes like the Indian Institute of Science, our technical institutes of higher learning and universities, and organizations like the Defense Research and Development Organization, Indian Space Research Organization, and the National Aerospace Laboratories to focus their research at cutting-edge technologies necessary for futuristic programs. New concepts being studied are unsteady aerodynamics, stealth technologies, micro-air vehicles, smart structures, structural health monitoring, structural residual life estimation techniques, carbon composites, particularly those used in airframes, nonlinear control, autonomous control of flight, engine analysis using sensors, hypersonics, engine health monitoring system, and signatures of military aircrafts in terms of supersonic combustion, acoustics, and noise reduction in jets. India is trying to keep pace with the world in contemporary research while struggling to build its capabilities and potentials in the manufacturing sector. The Indian aerospace is now attracting multinational funding and tie-ups as well, because companies abroad have begun to recognize and acknowledge the Indian competence, insight, and reliability. I am given to understand General Electric, Pratt & Whitney, General Motors, Honeywell, and Boeing or some other companies which have invested in research in our country. Formation of the Aerospace Network Research Consortium, India's first public-private aerospace research consortium by Boeing, Indian Institute of Science, Wipro Technologies, and HCL Technologies, is a case in point. The Indian IT majors like the Infosys and TCS are already doing substantial work for the international aerospace industry. The tie-up with the industry has created tremendous opportunities for aerospace industries in the country. Collaborative research has become the order of the day. There is a great need for creating an affordable aerospace network in research and development. The Indian partners are waiting for more and more such collaborative ventures. India is poised to become a key outsourcing hub for the global aerospace firms, as it has affordable and knowledgeable scientists and researchers besides skilled engineers and technicians. India's aerospace industry is at the takeoff stage. Indian companies Hindustan Aeronautics Limited and Bharat Electronics have come a long way. Many hundreds of small and medium industries promoted by well-qualified entrepreneurs have been provided with opportunities through outsourced work of India's development projects. Today we can speak confidently of the capabilities and potentials of these fledgling enterprises to rise to the occasion and meet with the challenges of the future, networking their knowledge in design and manufacturing expertise, engineering skill sets, and above all, their penchant for quality in manufacture and assembly, and they are keen to seek meaningful collaborations. The Government of India, on its part, has been encouraging aerospace sectors, both in the government sector and private players, with defense research organizations, allowing them access to research carried out by these laboratories. Today, as much as 30% of the turnover of public sector companies covering materials, sub-assemblies, and components are being generated by the private sector, and over 60% of the expenditure of DRDO is outsourced to the private industries and public sector. Various low-cost carriers, both domestic and foreign, are entering Indian skies. The demand for helicopter is also growing with the rise of heli-tourism, adventure sports, point-to-point heli services connecting remote areas, offshore islands, and tourist locations. The demand from the corporate and high-net individuals for executive jets is also increasing. Rising air traffic and demands for faster fleet expansion, consistent with the needs of India's population, is also leading to growing demands of passenger transportation at affordable costs and for MRO services. The principal factor pointing to India's potential to be a major R&D power are the sites of its educated workforce, entrepreneurial tradition, and a significant existing R&D related institutional infrastructure. On the whole, India has made major advancement in these areas in the past decades. It has a diverse range of public sector R&D undertakings. The central government has been the major investor in higher education as well as R&D in the country. There are over 200 national laboratories and an equal number of R&D institutions in the central sector and over 1,300 R&D units in the industrial sector. The number of people employed in these R&D establishments is estimated to be close to 300,000. The other major entities pursuing science and technology activities include the university system, comprising more than 162 universities, 32 institutions deemed to be universities, and 10 institutes of national importance. India's emergence as a major economic, knowledge-based services and R&D power will clearly have wide-ranging local and global consequences. The imperative to specialize and internationalize R&D operations is driven globally by intensified international competition, rising costs of R&D in advanced industrial economics, and the scarcity of engineering and scientific manpower. In this context, the increasing complexity of R&D and the need for rapid responses to changes in technology, legal and regulatory frameworks and markets also become important. At the same time, the attractiveness of carrying out R&D in India or in its emerging high technology industry clusters is increased by the growing availability of innovative, entrepreneurial, scientific and engineering skills and manpower at competitive costs. The ongoing globalization of manufacturing processes and service delivery in substantial and fast-growing markets. In this fertile and competitive scenario, the aerospace sector in India is poised for growth. With synergy emerging in the Indian industry between government and non-governmental sector, aerospace research and manufacturing technologies in India have indeed arrived on the global map in the aerospace sector. The Aero India Seminar 2009 and its deliberations, friends, I am confident will lead to possible roadmaps for collaborative efforts and make things happen for the common good of humanity. I wish the participants a pleasant stay at Bengaluru and gains from the deliberations in pursuit of their professional excellence and meaningful technical and business collaborations. Thank you.